Hello, Libra, and welcome to your February 2019 love reading. I'm Jade with Yes, 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 and welcome to my channel. For all the new people, welcome for the very first time. We are doing love readings once a month, and this is love month, so there's lots of different types of love readings. So this will be a special one. And for those of you who are already subscribers, welcome back. I hope you're really enjoying this journey with me. I do want to just give a shout out to all of your for all of your likes and your shares and your subscribes. And if you are resonating with this, I'd love to hear in the comment section below, as well as, if you're feeling it, even just a little bit, it would be great if you just hit that like button. It is such an easy thing to do, and it makes a huge difference for the channel. So I really appreciate it. So we're going to get started. Let me explain what we're going to do. We're going to use the Romance Angels as the overall, so just get one card to give us the flavor of the reading. Then we'll do a Lenormand, what I call like the Pac-Man, the running between the feminine and the masculine. We'll see what is the journey between the two. And then finally, we'll use the Line Strider Tarot, and that will give us more of the essence of what's going on between the two energies. All right, so let us get started. Pull these out. These have been pre-shuffled. And thinking about your energy, Libra. Let's see. Oh boy. Let's bring it back. Let's not get too crazy here for Libra in 2019 for their love reading in February. What's going on for Libra? Oh, look at this. Express your love. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. So Libra, what I feel a lot from you all is that you receive love quite well. And the act of giving or taking the initiative sometimes may not be in your nature because you are a Venusian, because you are, you're like that empress where you sit back on your throne and you allow, you manifest things to come to you. I see this so much in all of my my Libra loves in my life, and you all are so good at that. And so this card is actually prompting you to do something different, which is to say and express how you feel. It doesn't have to necessarily be with words, with an action. Maybe it's just sharing chocolates. I would like some chocolate for all my Libra friends out there who are watching. But, it's just an expression of love. So while you are beautiful in receiving and giving in that way, maybe take the initiative and actually start to initiate that love exchange, okay? So we'll see what else comes up here with the Lenormand spread. So I'm looking for the masculine and the feminine cards here just to see the journey in between. So this is specific to relationship. Okay, so how does this journey begin for Libra? I've got a challenge. I think it's this. Okay, well, it's that card then. I guess that's the one that wanted to come out. Reading cards is so interesting. You have to work with the cards as a being, they themselves decide what they want. So it's interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this down as I'm looking for the masculine or the feminine. And there's our masculine. So how is this journey? The masculine and the lily, the sensual masculine, and the anchor. And then there's the heart. Ooh, I like this so far. There's the child and the fish. And the coffin, and the bear, the whip, the stars, and the snake, the stork, and the fox, and the book, the birds, and there's the lady. All right, so we have quite a bit of cards in between the masculine and the feminine, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to rearrange too much because I think that would take us too much time, but what I'm looking at here is I'm looking for like the middle card, which looks to be kind of in this area here. Maybe it will include the bear too. So this middle line will be where the energies interlace, okay? So let's talk about this masculine. Right now we're talking about the masculine is making his way to the feminine this month. So the masculine is in a sensual mood, okay? And this could be, again, with Valentine's being here, it's prompting us to do things that we may not normally do. Buy flowers, buy chocolates, candlelight romance, go to concerts, go to dinner, take the opportunity to express our love in ways where normally we might just do that on a Saturday night. Now, Valentine's is on a Thursday, so we have to do things in the middle of the week this year. So we have a very sensual male, and he is stable and he has great love. So if I'm talking to the masculine Libras, this is you, okay? You are deep in your sensuality. You want to express that. You're feeling very stable in your love, in your connection to yourself, to your heart, and all of the love that you are able to give, okay? I think that the masculine Libra is very prepared to give love. If you know your feminine masculine, you are preparing yourself to give your love to your feminine. And if you don't masculine, you are preparing yourself to give love to this beautiful feminine that you're calling in, okay? And I do know that for the fact, actually, because I have a few Libra masculine friends who've been manifesting quite a bit, and calling in this love. So it's beautiful. Now, if you're the feminine, and this, we're talking about your masculine is ready for you, opening the arms to you. Okay. Now, this next line here, we'll look at. There's some type of abundance that was perhaps either having to do with children or childhood. Now, and the abundance is the fish card, right? So that could be money as well. So there could be some type of childhood money, maybe, and maybe it's just an abundance of love from childhood. Something about this, and it's still more connected to this masculine, that's actually coming to an end. It's transforming. So what I'm feeling about this is really that the masculine is transforming. He's preparing himself for relationship with the feminine and cutting the ties of love that he might have received in childhood. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Now, if this is a reunion situation where it's a childhood reunion, there's some kind of change that's happening with that. So it may not be an ending if this is, two people who knew each other in childhood. It might just be transforming that connection that you once had. But what I'm seeing is that there's definitely a change occurring. There's a change happening, and it's more on the masculine side. So I think that this transformation is really being prompted by the masculine stepping into his heart. And now here we are in the middle. We're connected to, now the whip can be a card of sexuality, and it can be aggressive, like, fights or not, not necessarily physical fights, but arguments and that type of thing. It can also be self-inflicted fighting or issues. But the other thing about it is that it can be highly sexual, right? So it's about using that, because I feel like there's an interesting play on that energy where, we could use the energy for anger, we could use the energy for passion. And because we're talking about love, I'm wanting to read this in that passionate way. Excuse me. But we have the bear here, and the bear is like an authoritative energy. Okay, so we're having some type of break from tradition, break from authority, and also what we have dreamed of might be a little different than what we had first, and what we had originally anticipated. So I feel like that is the bond that this masculine and feminine are really having, is that we're moving away from tradition. We're fighting it. We might be exploring different types of sexual expression, and we're moving away from things that might have been binding, and might have been taking us down. Okay, now we're moving towards the feminine here. And we have the feminine's been going through, really thinking about money, thinking about her own work. There might have been a new creative project that was begun. It might have been something to do with education or learning, because the book is here that, it signifies education or learning, but it also is knowing the truth of the matter, of truth of things. And there's been talk about that. So I feel like the feminine has really been processing and really starting something new that is good for her, getting outside of her heart and really manifesting actualization of things. So like, starting a new job or creating a new art project, something along those lines where it would be that she's physically doing something and been focused on that. So what I'm finding is that when the masculine and feminine can meet, it's going to be in a place where it's not very traditional, where there's going to be the ability to look at things differently, to shed whatever preconceived notions we might have had in the past, okay? And the masculine is really moving his way towards the feminine to express his love. All right, so let's move these out of the way, and I'll get just a few more from the Line Strider deck. I'm going to take a drink. Clear the throat. Okay, that helped me not at all, but it's okay. So like I said, the cards have been pre-shuffled, and I'm looking for the beginning of this journey between, okay, I feel like that we're ready for Libra, okay? So we have Three of Cups in the reverse. That's the overall. So there has been a lot of partying in the past. There's been some type of even this is underlying, maybe there was a distrust, or we think this could be third party, but these are two people who are coming together. So in the basically the energy is that we've all had some things go down in the past. There have been things that didn't work out. The party stopped, and we got off the bus. Okay. Now, I'm feeling this might be the masculine side. This is the feminine side. So the masculine has been really working on being stable. Okay. Taking small steps towards stability. And I feel like, again, we were talking about that heart situation. So really working towards being stable in his love, right? Really connecting to his heart space and choosing to and deciding what he really needs and how he is able to give love. The feminine, I think, has walked away in the past, walked away from a situation to start something new, what we had discussed, where she was really focusing on starting a new project, or not so much in the love, but really more about focusing on things other than that relationship, because relationship in the past might have been not so fulfilling. More pain, okay? More pain than one has wanted. And this, can be something that's just an underlying feeling that creates a doubt that we can transcend. All right, let's see what else we have. The Seven of Wands, and we have the Four of Cups. So the masculine has been, again, making small steps to be stable and creating boundaries that are clear and healthy for himself, okay? There is an aggression in this card. I feel like that's just because of a need to snap. Sometimes when people push the boundaries, you have to snap back and say, look, no, that's my boundary. And so I feel like that's what the masculine has had to do, is say, look, this is my boundary. And so setting clear boundaries that are going to honor the masculine's heart, so that there's not the pain in the future, as well as honor his feminine, I think is really what, there's a lot of work that this masculine's doing, which is beautiful. So hey, masculine Libras out there, great job. So here we are for the feminine, the Four of Cups, feeling dissatisfied, okay? So maybe starting that new work project hasn't been fulfilling. And of course, anything, when we just focus on one thing in our lives, of course, it's not going to feel super fulfilling. So we do have to find some balance. Now we're moving on to this next card. Now we have the Five of Wands, more aggression here, okay? It might have been a struggle for the masculine to really find this balance for himself. It's been a tough journey. I really want to applaud you masculines for working so hard to recreate yourself in the way that you are working towards, where you're opening your arms, you're, providing a stable and loving, honest and vulnerable place for your feminine to rest into. So I feel like that's, it's been an internal struggle of being really strong, being strong enough to redefine yourself. That is really tough. Okay. For the feminine, we've got a little bit of stability, even though she hasn't been feeling satisfied or satiated with just focusing on the money. But just a little bit of that stability feels good. Okay. So I think that's kind of changing that dissatisfaction from that underlying feeling, is that, okay, we'll count our pentacles. We're going to see that we can start to feel a little bit better, because at least this part of our lives is working out. Okay. And bang, here we go. So Queen of Wands, we're moving forward with the masculine here. This is a great balance. Feminine, the Queen of the Wands suit, which is a masculine suit, is an action suit. So the masculine's ready to step forward, ready to express, feeling compassion, feeling love and nurturing for the feminine that he's been calling in, the feminine that he's walking towards. And here we are, feminine, we're ready for something else. This Ace of Cups is showing that we're ready for a new emotional beginning. Okay, we've gotten to, taking care of ourselves, our health, food, clothing, shelter, all the basic stuff is taken care of with these pentacles. Now we're ready for the emotional support, the emotional healing and connection. Nine of Wands here for the masculine, and he's, this is us coming back together. So the Nine of Wands, it's been a struggle. We see this. We know you've gone through it. This is you showing yourself in this vulnerable space. That's you expressing your love for yourself as well as for another. So masculines, be really open. Really make sure that you're showing yourself in all the parts of yourself that are hard to face. That's when your feminine is going to come forward. And keep in mind also, feminines, when I'm talking about this is the masculine that you're calling in. Okay. Now the King of Pentacles is here in reverse. Now we've had a couple of Pentacles here. So I'll just say that we've got some heavy earth signs coming in. Now, if there is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn coming your way, and this could be the energy from the past, actually, because I'm feeling like he's looking at this. So there might have been a earth sign in the past who, this is what this feeling of dissatisfaction and of not having a good relationship in the past. So you might be reflecting upon a past relationship. The other thing is that I feel like this energy is here. You are capable of, and you deserve to have a stable, solid masculine coming your way to help provide a good home with you, right? You can take care of yourself. You already have. But here's what's beautiful is that when you have a partner show up with the ability to also add to your world, right? To add to your coins, add to your pentacles. There's nothing that feels better knowing that the amount of work that you've been doing, you can relax because you've got somebody else who's doing the same work with you. Okay, I feel like that's what's coming in, and he's just a little upside down in himself currently. He'll figure himself out. I feel like, if we're talking about what this masculine is, he's going through a lot and really preparing himself for you. Now we have Three of Pentacles as our end card, which is beautiful. So this is collaboration. This is the meeting of the minds, the creating, the self, the other, and the thing that you create together. So this is the new connection that's coming in. And it's something that is, there's going to be stability that's being built on it. Now, because it's a pentacle suit, it may be a work connection, so just keep that in mind. Or again, it might be this earth sign if you're the feminine. So keep that in mind. For the masculine, it's going to be something stable. Not only the space of stability that you've been creating, but your feminine, it's going to step forward and she's going to hold you in the way that feels best for you because you've been calling her in. Libra, this is a beautiful reading. I hope that this resonates. If it does, please drop me a comment in the box below, in the comment section below. If you want to have a personal reading, I'd love to work with you. And so my information for that is also in the box below. Or just hit that like button. That makes a huge difference, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. I'll see you guys soon.